Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are actually going to install the Relight itself. So previously the tutorial is for how to use Relight, but for today we are going to install it from fresh start. So this applies to any one of you who use WSL or bare metal Linux, and since ironically I do not have second GPU, I will use runpod for this demonstration. We are going to use RTX 2000 ADA. Another side point is if you are also on cloud platform, make sure to use any data center type GPU. Anything other than RTX 4090, 3090 or any consumer device. This is because peer-to-peer connection is already enabled in NVIDIA driver itself, and this on data center GPU but not on consumer GPU. I don't know why, but if you are on bare metal system and you are using like 3060 or 3090 any consumer GPU, you might try to use this OpenGPU kernel module. This is because it requires admin privilege and the hardware access to hardware itself to basically just restart the Linux mod prop module. And if you are comfortable, and you can go ahead to install this GPU kernel. Anyway, RTX 2000 ADA, 2 GPU. I'm going to use PyTorch 2.8. The Relight itself is tested on 2.7 till 2.9. So we are going to use 2.8. And let's use this port for ComfyUI. 50 GB is fine. Set of write and deploy on demand. So the first part of tutorial, we are going to install Relight as is without any further modification. This is because there is an issue with NCCL where the NCCL itself cannot do some FSDP FV8 model. Yeah, this part there is an error caused by NVIDIA. FSDP altogether reduction, this one. So anyway, if you are only using sequence parallel, you don't have to continue to another part of this tutorial. You only need the first part. Okay, we are open Jupyter Lab, and this is I prefer this installation compared to using ComfyUI Manager. You can use ComfyUI Manager, it is stable, but I prefer to use this workflow. And finally we are going to ComfyUI, and we are going to install in workspace directory. Open terminal and just git clone. While this running, since it is also fresh model, I'm going to download model for, well, to test basically. And let's grab this one, and LoRa also, why not. I will put this on description, but if you already have the model, you don't have to do this part. This is only for me basically. We will delete this. This is Relight, since we are going to make a tutorial, so I will delete that code. Basically it automatically download Relight in runpod, but since this is tutorial, we are not going to do that. Except, okay, we delete ComfyUI also, and that should be it, I think. Oh, I mistyped. It should be ray.sh. Okay, now it only download ComfyUI is used for cleaning VRAM and the model, every one derivative basically. So we are already in ComfyUI, but since ComfyUI already have those, but we are not yet install the requirement. So let's install the requirement for ComfyUI. Where am I? Okay, pip install min-r requirement.txt. Okay, we install ComfyUI. Let's open this will error since ComfyUI hasn't started yet. Okay, open terminal. This is for downloading the model. You don't have to do this if you already download the model. Okay, that's okay. Just wait and let's see if ComfyUI run. If you're on localhost, you don't have to do listen 000. This is to open every connection to be able to connect to ComfyUI. You can leave these parts out. Okay, the model is downloading. Okay, let's check if our ComfyUI okay, it looks like it's fine. No Raylight since we haven't installed it yet, so let's stop it for now and let's just basically just copy the URL. We are going to custom node, so in your ComfyUI folder, ComfyUI custom nodes, we will put clone in this directory. Still, if you are only using USB, you can use ComfyUI manager. Okay, we refresh, there's Raylight, and we install the requirement. Our requirement for Raylight. Oops, mistype there. It will download Xfuser, Ray, and many other library. Basically, that's two main model. Okay, let's back and we run ComfyUI again. We refresh. Oops, just refresh it since there is new template right now. Okay, Raylight. We open Raylight. Okay, Ray init actor, the core part of Raylight. Enable, and also you can open the template window and browse already pre-built workflow. Basically, we are going to use 1T2V Raylight. Now, Raylight also support Guguf model, but it only enable if you already download the node of CT96 ComfyUI Guguf. If you haven't, we are going to install it. See, there is no Guguf loader. Okay, let's install this. Let's shut down the Comfy again. We going to custom node and we are going to install ComfyUI Guguf. cd ComfyUI Guguf, and we are going to install it again. The requirement for ComfyUI Guguf. If you already done this, it will be already pre-built on Relight, but since this is a fresh install without ConfUI Guguf, we are going to install it. So let's run it again. Okay, we are downloading what is this FP8 model. So the model itself, this script basically just download 1.3, the text encoder, VAE, speed boost LoRa for 1.3, and speed boost LoRa for 1.14, and the 1.14 itself. Okay, we update. Now we have access to Guguf model array. Since previously we don't have access to Guguf model, but since we are only using FP natural quote-unquote PyTorch data type, we only use slot diffusion model array. And let's try our 1.3. We do not this one 2221, and let's enable standard T5 VAE. Okay, we run it. So if you are only using USB, it's already there. Okay, you do not need anything else. You can close the YouTube video and have fun with your multi GPU setup. But I will show you the problem when using FSDP for FP8 model. So let's wait. Okay, it enable the text encoder. I will fast forward until the model is fully loaded, and I'm going to continue from there. Okay, the model already fully downloaded, and we are going to run it right now. So again, Relight will use the Ray-init actor to basically build an instance of GPU worker. Again, Ulysses degree for sequence parallel, CFG degree for batch parallel, exposure case sampler is active, and yep, just VAE decode. After that we are get our picture. Okay, I know it's 1.3 model, so don't expect much. So again, if you are already satisfied with only USB, you're done. But there is a big but. If you enable FSDP, it will run in this model. Okay, you want to know why? Because this 1.3 model is actually FP16, and FP16 is obviously not FP8 model, and there is no error on FSDP itself, so it ran perfectly fine. But what if we run FP8 model with what's going to happen? Again, this is quite slow since basically Relight has to restart another worker. But if you have faster SSD and do not share with other bandwidth like in this cloud system, it's going to be fast. Okay, FSDP registering. Again, I will pause and continue until there will be an error, and we are going to talk about it. So alright, so there is an error. Let's rerun again. Okay, There is an error. Yep. Where is that? See, it does not like anything whatsoever for FSDP this part. NCCL warn FPGA reduction support begin with SM90 capable device. This is the error that caused by NCCL 2.27.3. I will explain it. So basically, clear. If we grab our version, is 2.27.3, and there is an error. Where's the error? SDP reduction only begin at SM90. This is the error. This actually one of the Relight users. So it's a upcoming 2.28 version. So we are going to replace the built-in PyTorch NCCL with this new NCCL 2.28. We install it. It will replace the NCCL, and pip will complain since basically PyTorch only take into account only 2.27.3 NCCL. Also, if you are planning to upgrade your CompUI, I mean per weekly basis, you have to reinstall the NCCL again basically. Yeah. We run CompUI again on new NCCL. Okay. FSDP enable with one FP8 model. We run it. This is LX2V, I2V, image to video LoRa if I'm not mistaken. Hence there is an error about that block transformer does not apply to T2V model, basically. So let's kill it again. Basically, if you are on low VRAM system, this is actually good option to enable CPU offload. Basically, the model itself will be again split between two GPU, but if you do not have a high amount of VRAM, it will be offloaded into CPU automatically. Basically, it is free VRAM reducer basically, so it will be fine. Another job is being run right now, so yeah, it will be fine. I want to say side notes about CFG degree. Not all model natively support CFG parallel. The example is Flux and Hunyuan. They do not have, they only use one conditional basically. But in Relight, the program is there, it's already written, because Chroma use Flux backend to inference the model, but Chroma itself supported CFG conditional classifier free guidance, but not Flux. But since Chroma using Flux, Relight have to support Flux model basically like that. Anyway, we are loading FP8 model. Now the reason why I'm using easy use nodes, basically I need this. As you can see, if you are using NVTop, you actually can see which program actually being run. This is basically two different Python interpreters, since every worker own its own Python interpreter. So again, the model is loaded. It is being offloaded also by the PyTorch. Again, 5.77 second per iteration, so it's running. You can see we do not get that NCCL requires reduction in SM90 device. It's perfectly running. And at the same logic, I shouldn't have been getting that error because RTX 2000 ada is SM90 device, so it should be supported, but since there is some issue, we are using NCCL 2.28.9 that fix this problem. Let's see. Oh, see? Working perfectly fine. Let's run it again. I love seeing these two GPU being run. 5.62 second per iteration. I do not have the number about 4050 since RTX 2000 ada is 4050 with 16 GB of VRAM, so I should be double the performance, I think. Yeah, it's fast. But again, this is only 33 frame. Again, VAE decode. Nice, perfectly run. So anyway, that's all. At the beginning we are using USB and only using USB without FSDP error. But if you are encountering FSDP error, it might be because NCCL, and that's the second part of this tutorial. I think that there's everything for now, and if you have any question, put down in comment section, and also I will put this script in my GitHub repo so you can check it out and just copy it. And also do be remember, if you are using, that's for Unpod, that's this script is for Unpod, you have to put it on the root folder, basically the parent of the parent folder. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.